cam and
Hi, I'm Kirk. I'm Court, and welcome to FanCastit Gaming, the show where us twins try to do lists on games and see whose opinion is better. Today, our list is going to consist of top 5 each franchises that should die. Yes, this is going to be a very controversial list. Yes. As our last list was, I do believe. Our last list was, we are very negative people. Yes, we are. Very negative. We will disagree with everything you have to say. How we picked this list is that we have these game franchises that have been running for at least a good while, I'd say. Good number of years. Good number of years. You know, I'd say some of them 4 max, like minimum. So yeah, we chose it based on that. Also, we chose it on whether or not the games are getting more repetitive or they just really need to stop at this point. I think we can agree on that. I think that's why we picked this list. So I'll hand the mic that's right there to you. Alright, so the first game on my list, or game franchise on my list, is Pokemon. Pokemon is a very good franchise, do not get me wrong, right? Gotta love Pokemon. But don't you guys think it's getting a bit repetitive? Like, the only hype Pokemon's getting now is the small little Pokemon it's getting now, and the new legendaries. Yeah. Like, there's nothing to get excited over about anymore, right? The games are kind of repetitive. They added the 3D feature not that long ago, right? So now like more realistic, but like it's kind of the same thing. I don't think they need to make any more. Yeah, someone who hasn't played a Pokemon game in years, I have to agree with you there. Pokemon's getting way too repetitive, and yeah, I'm glad you picked that as your spot. Obviously, Pokemon is a great franchise. Don't get us wrong, you guys should play it. But at this point, it should be canceled. It should be canceled. They should not make any, because honestly and truly, the only ones that people are caring about right now are the ones that are going to be in Smash. It's a good point. It's a good point. All right. So my number 5 pick for games that should be canceled is Assassin's Creed. Now I think this game should have been canceled right after Assassin's Creed 3. Because that game was really boring, and not a lot of people liked it. They killed off all the main characters, and that was it. It should have been done after that, but nope. They continue with Black Flag, which we own, which I played, and which was, I guess, fun for the most part. It's just that the ship riding gets really repetitive, and now there's more and more Assassin's Creed coming out, which I'm still surprised that there's more coming out. And now we're going on to the new one, which is called, I don't even know what it's called. Don't even know what it's called. So there's so many games in this franchise now that I don't even recall what the names are anymore. It's getting pretty ridiculous. Like they have those like those side-scrolling ones, right? It's really weird. So we had Assassin's Creed 1, right? Yeah. We owned Assassin's Creed 1. Fun. Altair will forever be one of my favorites. And then we had Assassin's Creed 2. Ezio is the best assassin ever. Ezio will forever be the best assassin in the Assassin's Creed franchise. And then after Ezio, it's like no one knew what to do with the franchise anymore. So, was it Ubisoft who made it? Ubisoft. It's time to work on a new game series. Alright, my number 4. This one should be pretty obvious. Guitar Hero. Everybody enjoyed playing Guitar Hero games. It was fun up until number 3. Then you had some good games and a lot of bad games. Right? Like, I mean, I love Guitar Hero. Don't get me wrong. I gotten great at Guitar Hero. We first started off with controller, right? Yeah. We played Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3 on the controller. And then we finally got to own a guitar, which I was a god at, and you were, alright, okay. You're okay. But I was a god at, so I loved Guitar Hero. But, I mean, like, the last one, Guitar Hero Live, it wasn't that bad, I heard, but it also wasn't that good. Like, it wasn't as good as the 5-note strumming god that we knew from before. Yeah, it was like even before when Guitar Hero started turning into more of like a rock band game, right? You can tell that they weren't even trying to impress their viewers; they're just trying to compete with these other companies, right? They're trying to compete with these other game franchises, right?
Well, to be fair, Rock Band did steal their idea and then try to become more famous on it. See,
Yeah.
I will forever be a Guitar Hero against Rock Band type of guy because Guitar Hero is one of my favorite game series.
It is.
But, and you know what? I don't agree with you on this, but I do believe that they should continue making Guitar Heroes.
I
Even though
don't
they haven't-
think so.
Even though they haven't made one in years, I do believe they should continue making Guitar Heroes.
I don't think so. Like I said, the last few games, they were not that good.
Okay, let's pause right there, right? Let's do this list, right? So we had Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
We also had Guitar Hero, was it World Tour? That one was okay. I liked the songs in it, but that one was okay, right? But then you had like these good ones, like Guitar Hero Metallica. That one was so good.
Guitar Hero Aerosmith.
That one was not so memorable. But Metallica was so good, right? And even Guitar Hero Live, it had its things, right? It had songs like the one that Guitar Hero World Tour had, like System of a Down, BYOB. I love that song. I love playing that song, even though it's such a friggin' hard song. I love playing that song.
Warriors of Rock was also okay.
Warriors of Rock was also a great game.
Wait, come on. Freaking Guitar Hero, Aerosmith, Van Halen. The only person you want to play from Van Halen is Eddie Van Halen.
That is true. But I do not agree with you. Still, I do believe they should continue with the Guitar Hero franchise, even though they haven't made a Guitar Hero in a while. I'm not sure when Live came out, but just continue making Guitar Hero, please, because I will buy it.
Please do not.
All right. That moves on to my number 4. My number 4 is Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I know what people are going to say in the comment section. Five Nights at Freddy's. That game series is done. Is it really? It was supposed to be done at the 4th one. If they release a new one, what number would that be? Like the 9th? Five Nights at Freddy's? It's time to stop, Scott. It's really time to stop with Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, don't get me wrong. They all have their, like, I guess... Charm. Yeah, sure. They're all pretty terrifying, even though I played most of them and I wasn't that scared. I watched dislocation videos, and don't get me wrong, those animatronics are pretty scary. But at this point, this game franchise needs to die. It's time for it to die. Scott, stop making these games. I know he has so much potential. Look at what he did with all these graphics that I used for Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's just like a horror game where you just stand still and just check different areas.
You think he should like work on another franchise?
He should work on another franchise, and you know what? Work on another horror franchise, because you obviously know what you're doing with horror franchises, and the animatronics are pretty terrifying. Even in the first game, back at 2014 when you made this game. That's right, you released so many games in like 4 years. It's time to stop, dude. Just time to stop. You agree with me on this one, right?
Take a break.
Like, work on a different franchise. Five Nights at Freddy's, it left its legacy in gaming.
So my number 3 spot, I don't want to put this on. My number 3 spot is going to be Halo. Okay.
Okay, go.
So, what can I say about Halo right now? Like, the story's getting weird.
It really is.
Because I put so much emotions into that game, right? From Halo 1 to the newest Halo 5. And I remember going each one had its own little uniqueness to it. But then the first few was alright. Reach, one of the best ones that came out. I think that was the last good one. Like, not good, but like the last best one that came out.
Yeah.
And then Halo 4 came out, you're like, eh. And then Halo 5 came out, you're like, eh. Right? Because multiplayer is fine. But the story, oh my god, the story,
You know
it's so...
You know what? That's what I want to touch on, actually. Multiplayer. What happened to multiplayer? 343. What happened to multiplayer? Why am I sitting down in Halo 5 trying to figure out how multiplayer works? Oh, that's right, because split screen isn't a thing anymore, right?
Oh my god, the best feature about Halo was the split screen. You and your friends could just sit down and play. But now it's gone.
Good.
Multiplayer's gone. Like, all those memories are gone. And the campaign in Halo 5.
Okay.
Who is this locked person again? I'm sorry, who is he? I want to play as the Master Chief, thank you.
That was the whole point. Everyone's like, okay, so we have to switch between characters. but we're gonna play as Chief most of the time, right?
Honestly and truly, you play. You know what? They need to figure out a way to end the story, and they need to do it with the newest Halo coming out because that series is like nobody cares about it anymore. But honestly, I don't see anybody caring about it anymore.
But let's pause for a second. The best thing about the Halo 5 story, by far, was Warden Eternal, because unlike Halo 4, at least his boss battles was fun and challenging.
Not Q2E. QTE.
My number 3 spot, and this is actually going to be really surprising to a lot of people. You don't know it, right? You don't remember? Okay. Don't remember. My number 3 spot is Mario Party. Mario Party, I think it was called the Top 100. That game wasn't the best game, what I heard. As you can see, even though like we have this whole Nintendo 64 going on, we're not the biggest Nintendo fans. I'm sorry. We love Nintendo though. But it's not like we're gonna go out of our way and like buy Nintendo consoles these days, right? But we heard about Mario Party the Top 100. A lot of people had complaints about that game, because the Top 100 wasn't everyone else's Top 100. Because obviously people have opinions, right? But like, not everyone enjoyed the Top 100. I mean, like obviously, and there was the other Mario parties, right? So you have the first one, and like up to the 8th one. I don't remember how many Mario parties there was in this game franchise, but you know what? That's why it needs to die. There's too many at this point.
I honestly believe that the older ones are like the better ones, especially the ones for GameCube.
That is true, but it's just that at this point I don't care about Mario Party anymore. I do not care about Mario Party anymore. Just end the franchise.
So my number 2, from one first-person shooter to another first-person shooter, we got Call of Duty.
Remember Halo vs. Call of Duty days?
Oh, those were such dumb days.
They really were.
Such what 2011 was. All right, so Halo. The story, although it did become worse, the story was at least still there.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell's going on with Call of Duty at this point.
No clue.
Because I remember going from Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3, you're like, eh? What?
Okay.
Because you're going from 2023 to like all the way up to the 2070s. I'm like, eh? What happened to everything in the middle? Like,
I mean, like, so essentially what you're saying is, like, what we are saying is that Black Ops 2, the story was like really good, and you got to switch between 2 different like eras, right? You had like the I think it was 70s or 80s.
It was around Vietnam.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was around Vietnam, and then you had 2023 to 2025, which in my opinion was one of the best campaigns in the franchise. And I played like, I think the first one I played was Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 freaking campaign and the Black Ops campaign. Those two were so good.
Though they were really good.
Up until Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3. Infinite Warfare campaign, I think it was fine.
I think it was better than Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 3 campaign.
It was so boring.
And that's not the main thing I want to. The main thing I want to discuss here is multiplayer.
Okay, hold on. So before we dwell on the multiplayer, let me just say we are fans of the multiplayer. Black Ops 3, although a lot of people hated the multiplayer, that's like what, a nice good 30% of people of the Call of Duty community. We love the multiplayer in Black Ops 3. You can agree there?
Yes.
We also, although we didn't love it, we did enjoy playing the multiplayer for Advanced Warfare. Believe it or not, okay, Bell 27, one of the best guns, underrated gun in the series. Fight me, right? Then Infinite Warfare came and dicked it all up. I mean, wow, that was an atrocious multiplayer. It was, how are you gonna have all of these games that are fast-paced, and then you get a futuristic game that is the slowest piece of doo-doo sauce I have ever seen in my life? The slowest piece. We own Infinite Warfare. And guys, go on Amazon or eBay. I'm selling it right now. Not really, but you get the gist. I don't like that game.
No, the multiplayer in that game is
actually so atrocious. I can't say it's a waste of air because it's not an actual living being, but I can say it's a waste of memory on my Xbox, which is why it hasn't been on my Xbox for about a year.
Even though I say that this game franchise should die, I do see a bit of potential coming out of Black Ops 4. Hopefully they can deliver. I don't see a lot of things coming out of that story though.
Yes, from our first video, the beta did come out. We both played the beta. And believe it or not, we actually did enjoy playing the beta. It was nice. They kept the slide in the game, which I think is one of the better things.
And they took out exosuits.
Oh my god, they took out exosuits. I'm so happy about that. And they don't have jetpacks, which I guess it's okay. Black Ops 3, like, I didn't mind the jetpacks in that game because at least you can, like, run on walls. But you can still kill the people on the walls. But they kept the slide because I really didn't like dolphin diving.
No.
Sliding is really useful in multiplayer. Also, it's really useful in zombies. As we can tell from Black Ops 3, really useful in zombies.
Actually, another thing that I see a lot of potential out of coming out of Black Ops 4 is the zombies.
Yes.
Every year, the zombies somehow do better in Black Ops than the actual multiplayer. I don't get it.
I think more people are more excited about the zombies than they are about the multiplayer at this point.
Yep.
Even though the multiplayer wasn't half bad. Now the only reason why I kept the beta on my Xbox even though it's over is that there's a new one. There's a new beta coming up for it, and we have to keep it on our Xbox in order to play that beta. Now, whether or not I like that beta, that'd be up to me. But, yeah. I do not agree with you. They should continue making Call of Duties. So, my number 2 spot, it's very similar to Call of Duty. It's Battlefield. Now, Battlefield, I don't hate this game. I really don't. I try every time to like this game. Because we both played Battlefield 1. Which I don't know why it was called Battlefield 1. I get it, it was World War I. It was in World War 1, but don't call it Battlefield 1. How about call it Battlefield 1914? Sounds much better. Battlefield 1914, like how you had 1945? Battlefield 1914. I honestly tried with this game. It's like, I don't hate it, it's just that it bores me after a while. Like, it's so hard to bore me from playing a game. Like, recently I started getting back into playing Devil May Cry. Also, great franchise, glad they're doing new ones. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up, Capcom. We all love Devil May Cry.
Just don't make another DMC.
Just don't make another DMC.
Or DMC 2. Don't remake that game. Just remake DMC 3. That'd be nice.
Okay, so I was saying, I was playing Devil May Cry 5, and 4. I'm sorry, I was playing Devil May Cry 4, and it was really fun. I beat the campaign so many times, but I still enjoyed playing the campaign a lot. Now, what does that mean? What does all of that mean for Battlefield? I played Battlefield. It's really boring. It just gets really boring after a while. Now, don't get me wrong, I will play it again, because that is everyone's obsession with like video games these days. I will play the game again. But, guys, Battlefield is not that fun anymore. They should just, whatever Battlefield they release next, they should just end this franchise after that. Also, you have games like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege now. You see, first-person shooters are taking a whole different, like, turn now, right? It's like time to, like, go on with that turn. Except stop making games like Battle Royale games, please. Please stop. I do not want to see Battlefield turn into a Battle Royale.
My number 1 game franchise. Not even a game franchise, just number 1 types of games that they should just stop making at this point.
I shouldn't allow this. Like, it's not a franchise. But sure, go ahead.
Listen, I'm sorry, right? They're just making a bunch of different ones. All of them are relatively the same. I actually commend one of the not even better ones, one of the ones I don't like, for adding some new features to it, but that's about it. PUBG, H1Z1, you already know what I'm going to talk about. Battle Royale games. Stop making them.
No one cares.
There's too much. Look what you're doing to first-person shooters. They're getting Battle Royale. Why? Like there's too much at this point.
There's way too much.
Like I said, I commend Fortnite for adding some stuff into it, right? Like they added the building mechanic, right? But besides that, it's relatively the same thing. Stop making battle royale games. Like you don't need them anymore. There's too much.
Also, I don't want to check my Snapchat and see people posting their Fortnite wins.
I remember when people started doing that. I'm just like,
No one cares.
care. I do not care.
Like, honestly, no one cares. You're not going to get more pussy for doing it. I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
I do agree with you that they should stop making battle royale games. But, like, again, I won't agree with you on the fact that they're not exactly a franchise.
I'm grouping them together like a franchise because
Okay.
they're practically the same thing.
Okay. All right, Mr. Badass. That leads me to my number one. You see, I know your list, but you don't know mine, which is the funniest thing. So you might be actually surprised about this. My number one is another Nintendo franchise. You know what it is?
Is it Mario?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a mix of both the games. I'm talking about Smash Brothers. Guys, let me talk to you about Smash Brothers. Just because it's my number one doesn't mean I hate Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers will forever be one of my favorite games to play. Yes, that even includes the Flash versions online. Those are also so much fun.
Except for the first one.
We should not be talking about these games because illegal. So
Technically not.
Shut up. So that let's talk about Smash Brothers now. So let's do the whole timeline, I guess. You got the first ever Smash Brothers that came out for the Nintendo. Yeah, it's this nice roster of characters. Well, yeah, Nintendo 64. You had this nice roster of characters, and you know everyone was like, okay. So you're having all these characters fight each other. I would assume that at first, because this was before we were born, right? So I would assume that people were asking, like, why, though? Like, why are you doing this? And then they played it, and they're like, I see why you did this. It's a really good game. And then the next one that came out, it was Melee, right?
Melee. Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Which came out for the GameCube. And everyone was like, all right. So this one's like 1,000 times better. And then a few years later, they came out with Brawl. I think in 2008 they came out with Brawl.
It was around there. They're like, all right.
And they're like, all right.
This one's a bit worse, but all right.
It's like, all right, yeah, everyone likes Brawl, but everyone still likes Brawl. It was a really good game. And then we got up to the newer one, which doesn't have an actual name, right? It's just called Super Smash.
It's called Smash. We usually just call it Smash 4.
Smash 4. So you came up, so everyone's like, Smash 4, and everyone's like, all right, this is the best one in the series so far. All right. And then they came up with this new one. They're like, okay. So when are we going to start, working on new franchises now? Like, guys, it's the same game with more characters.
And
Don't agree with me? Go back and play all of them. Play Samus in each single one. I'm pretty sure her moveset has not changed. At all. Guys, it's time to make a new game series. Super Smash Brothers will forever be one of the best game series. Franchises. I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But guys, it's time to stop now. Like, Super Smash Brothers, like, we played it so many times, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother has played that game at this point. Super Smash Bros. Is a fun game series. Samus will forever be one of my favorite people to use, which is why I said Samus. Don't at me, right? I can kick your ass. IRL, not in the game, I suck. But Super Smash Brothers, it's just, like we said, repetitive. It's the same game with more characters and better graphics at this point. Like, at least with Legend of Zelda, you get a new Link in each timeline, right? Even the new one, Breath of the Wild, you have a bigger field to explore. You have all these different mechanics now, right? Even that one with the ship, what one was it called?
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot too. But at least there was, like, Wind Waker. At least you can sail. Smash Brothers, it's just the same thing every time. And where's Waluigi?
That actually something that old fighting games have that I actually hate is broken characters.
Yes.
There's a lot of them in Smash.
Okay, let's talk about broken characters now. So we had the Ice Climbers. They're bringing that back in the new one. No one likes playing against Ice Climbers. There's people who know how to use Ice Climbers.
I think they're taking wobbling out of the game though.
They should, because it
needs
to be fixed.
Yeah, but the infamous one has to be Meta Knight. All of his recovery was so good that it was so bad.
Yeah, guys, I love Smash Brothers. It's just that
they need to balance out the game.
They need to balance it out, and they just, After this new one, they should just update it and just stop after that. It left its legacy in gaming, like the other games that we just talked about. They left their legacy in gaming. It's just time to stop now. It's time to look forward on to new games. So, guys, that was the video for today. Tell us whether or not you agree with us, or tell us if you're Team Kirk or Team Court. Yeah, or Team him. Alright, obviously follow us on our social medias on Facebook and Instagram and other things. Hell, even check out our MySpace. That totally exists now. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel at FanCastit Gaming. Also, subscribe to the father channel, FanCastit, where Peat and Marc will do list videos on movies, something that we cannot talk about because we do not know movies. Also, we got other channels coming out. Be sure to stick around, check those out. Follow us at our personal YouTube channels, which are below us right now, flashing before us. Yep, right here. So subscribe to Qualia and Noir, please. That is where the videos will be until we actually get our YouTube channels up and running. Of course, I've been Kirk, I've been Court, and you guys have been awesome. We'll see you in our next video. There's
Anybody else hear somebody getting torn apart by a wild hyena?
Yeah, I hear it too.
That was weird. Okay.
So weird.
They didn't make it. It's fine.